Hi everyone, Stepan here. I have the black pieces in this one. Again, Happy New Year. Let me just see if everything is okay with the video. Everything should be okay. My opponent, fifth column, has a provisional rating of 2400, so he could be stronger than that. So let's see what happens. I'm just hoping no fantasy, because I don't like playing against the fantasy. Everything else I'm okay with. Okay, exchange or pawn of, let's see what happens. I mean, okay, the exchange. Against stronger players, these positional lines, at least for me, are easier to play than the tactical ones. I don't know what he's waiting for. Okay, c3. Now bishop f4, unless he wants to play h3. I'm always more nervous against stronger players. I don't know why that's so, but I'm guessing it's similar for you guys. When I'm playing someone lower rated, I tend to be relaxed. I don't know bishop g5. What's the idea? I don't know bishop g5. Okay, I'm just gonna go bishop g7 before I go bishop f5, because I don't want to have my pawns doubled. If I'm intending to play bishop f5, that would mean I have tripled f pawns, which isn't good. I'm also given the option to go queen b6 now, although I don't know whether that's good or bad. If I go bishop f5, he probably takes it. I need to start preparing my e5 break. But I have to develop my pieces first. I'm gonna go bishop f5 and play the structure I'm familiar with. He should take it. You could argue that my bishop on g7 is slightly misplaced, but I haven't played e6 yet, so knight e5 isn't a concern. Okay. I'm actually considering knight e4 straight away before he plays knight e5. But I'm slightly worried about bishop f4, so I'm thinking queen c7 first. Okay, I'm gonna go knight e4. Even if he does get to play bishop f4, I don't want to be running into knight e5. Okay. Now I'm simply gonna castle kingside. Now I don't think I should go for b5. I think I should go for e5. But actually gonna go king h8 first. I don't want to allow knight takes, knight g5, and then queen h5 ideas. Okay, he wants to chase me away with f3. So I'm guessing on f3 I'm going to be taking on d2. In which case the queen gets to d2. I should really play rook g8 now. And maybe not play e5 but go e6. Although I like e5. But then my d5 pawn is very weak. I mean, f3 will weaken his king. So I'm gonna go rook g8 for now. He does play f3. I actually don't want to trade off this knight now. I think his knight is worse than mine. And the other knight is coming to e5. So if I go knight f6 with the idea of knight h5, So knight f6, knight d3, knight h5. I like that. I could even consider playing knight takes d4 in some positions. Yeah, I don't want to trade off my knight. Worst case, I can reinforce the e5 square with knight d7. I think his knights are worse than mine. Okay, the knight is coming to e5. Where does the bishop go if I play knight h5? Okay, I have to go knight h5 because on knight e5 I need to be able to take this. Okay. Now, if I go queen b6, I'm threatening knight takes d4. Can he go f4? My f7 pawn is weak. I don't like that. So queen b6, f4, knight f6, knight e5, knight takes, f takes, knight e4, rook takes f5, knight or bishop takes d4. I like queen b6. I'm gonna play queen b6. It's a direct threat. Okay, he avoids that. Now I could consider bishop f6 for knight g3 check. So if f4 I go knight g3 check. I like that. I'm gonna go bishop f6. f7 is the weak square, and this way I have the g7 square for my knight, but I also have knight g3 now. So knight g3, bishop g3. Although that is a very bad bishop now. Where does that bishop actually go? And do I want to trade my knight? So knight g3, bishop g3, rook g3. He has to save his knight from e5. So he plays knight from d3. So he plays knight e5. I take it with the bishop. He takes with the f pawn. I like that. He also has queen h5, attacking both pawns. That's not good. Knight g3, bishop g3, rook g3, knight e5, bishop e5, f e5, and if I go e6, he has queen h5. But I'm gonna go for it anyway. He cannot go queen h5 straight away. Okay, he saves his pieces that way. Now, do I really want to go rook ag8? I think I would much prefer going rook f7. Because now his queen is blocked. Rook g7 instead of rook takes. I don't want to activate his queen. If he plays knight e5, I just take it. So now f7 is defended. I can defend f5 with e6. Why does he keep offering peace trades? This I'm going to take because I don't want to lose my d5 pawn or my b7 pawn. He wants to go knight c5. Knight c5 and then knight d7. So should I go b6 now? Yeah, I'm gonna go b6. Is anything hanging? I don't think so. I want to prevent knight c5. I don't like knight c5 happening. Okay. He wants to play b5, I'm guessing. Do I have any tricks with bishop takes or knight takes? I would have if the king was on g1. Okay, e6 for now. I need to give my bishop some more scope. And also give my knight the e7 square. I would like to get my knight to h4, but he's just gonna go g3. I don't understand that. Okay, I'm gonna go knight e7. Maybe he wants to double and take my a7 pawn. But why would he play rook f2? Okay, my knight needs improving. That much is clear, so I'm going to try to reroute it to h4. Or maybe even better, to e4. So knight c8, knight d6, knight e4 seems nice. He's gonna have a knight on e5 and he's going to be putting pressure on a7 after knight c6. However, knight c8, knight e5, knight d6. his knights are superfluous, so I don't even have to take, I think. So I'm just gonna go knight c8. He has no way to defend the e4 square. And I like my knight better on e4 than on h4. And also once I play f6, so for example, knight d6, knight c6, he may take with the pawn. So let's go knight d6, knight c6, knight e4. Can he go knight d7? Does that achieve anything? Knight d7. Knight d7 and knight takes b6 is a threat, but I could play bishop d8, so I'm gonna go for that. If he goes knight d7, I have bishop d8. If he goes knight c6, I can go knight e4 first. And then a5 or a6, sorry. I mean, he cannot challenge the e4 square, and in the future I may get to play f6, so I think my knight is going to be stronger on e4 than his knight is on e5. And now if I'm given the opportunity, I'm going to take on e5, and once he takes with the knight, I'm going to play f6. Because on knight c6 I'm defending the a7 pawn. This is a very complex middle game. Okay, he does play knight d7. So I need to go bishop d8, but can I throw in knight e4 first? Okay, I think I'm gonna go bishop d8. Okay, bishop d8 first. I need to defend the b6 pawn. He wants to go knight c6 now. I think I can go knight e4 and then f6. Or should I go f6 first? f6, knight c6. I'm defending everything. And I can go knight e4. I'm gonna go f6. Because he doesn't have knight d8, because I can just go rook d8, and my other rook defends the a7 pawn. And I can jump in knight e4 whenever I want to. And on knight e4 he has to go rook c2. That's his only square. Okay, knight e4 now. He has to go rook c2. Now I cannot go rook g6 because he's gonna take on d8. But I could go a5 now, although that does lose a pawn. I could clarify the situation with rook c7, knight d8, rook d8. Then he plays b5 to fix my pawn and to get the b4 square for the knight. So maybe before doing anything I should go a6. But then he takes on d8. He wants to play b5 and get the b4 square for the knight. And that's very unpleasant. So rook c7, knight d8, rook d8, b5. He could play b5 straight away. And if I play b5, he plays knight c5. But then I could go bishop b6. Still, I think I do play b5. But on knight c5, I'm gonna have to take. And then he still has the b4 square for the other knight. I don't like any of this. So maybe I do play rook g6 now to force the knight away. And then I go back. Okay, I don't know what to do. Maybe rook g6 and then bishop c7. I like that. I'm going to do that. I realize that he can take the a7 pawn, but he really should react first. I mean, the danger is that he just keeps full control with these two knights, and that I don't want to allow. So I would like to chase this one away somewhere. And I think I need to let go of my a7 pawn, because there's too much pressure anyway. Okay. Now I was thinking that I could go bishop c7 here. If he takes on a7 with the knight, then I can go bishop b8. And if he takes with the rook, I can trade and take on f4. So let's do that. And I need to play quickly. He cannot take on e4 first and then play f5, because I can just play e takes f5. Now I'm also threatening rook ag8. Is it time to play a5 now? I think it is. Finally get rid of my weakness. Okay, I'm gonna play a5. Finally. Now my bishop is good, my rooks are good. I'm gonna take with the pawn, of course. Take. Okay, I'm gonna go rook e8 because I want to be able to recapture with the pawn, and I want to be able to get behind my passed e-pawn. I don't care about my a-pawn anymore if he wants to take it. Now I'm threatening to play e5, I think. Okay, I'm going to take. I don't see why I should be giving up a pawn, so he's not allowing me to play e5 now. But I could go bishop a5, which forces... Ah no, he's threatening to take and take. Okay, so let's go bishop here so that he doesn't have pawn takes, because then I take. I think I'm better here. I mean, his king is safer, but he has two weak pawns, and my passed pawn is 3 squares away. Okay. Now I'm just winning a pawn, but the question is, can I afford to win this pawn? And I highly doubt it. So I'm not going to try to win the pawn, I'm just going to push. Okay, now let's get behind. Sorry for not talking. I'm trying to play quickly and not mess this up. I want to cut off his rook, that's why I'm playing for this, but I also need to defend now because he's threatening rook a7. So I actually have to get behind because he's threatening rook a7. I couldn't go king e6 because he had king c5. Yeah, I'm losing. I cannot take the pawn and I cannot do anything. He just needs to push g6 and I resign. Oh. Congratulations to my opponent. Let's have a look at the game. Oof. Okay. Yeah, I don't know bishop g5. That was a strange move. Let's have a look at it with the engine. Takes. Queen b6 is a mistake. I should have played bishop f6 immediately. It all seems about equal. I'm guessing the rook endgame was equal as well. And here I was slightly better. Wait, bishop c7 straight away. Yeah, that makes way more sense, giving up the pawn that way. Ah, I was winning the knight with rook a6. Yeah, and it was equal. Where did I go wrong? Where did I mess up? What? Wait, doesn't he have rook a7 here? I can just take it. Rook c8 losing. Jesus. Rook c8 loses. Yeah, now this is... Rook c8 was the losing move. I was so afraid of rook a7 and it does nothing. Rook a7 does nothing. This seemed very scary to me. Congratulations to my opponent. I apologize for the bad endgame. Hopefully you got something anyway. See you tomorrow. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.